Cash App on the wall of the church. And we did have that when it first came on, when we first came on. And here's what I found out. People that will come in, they will ask you questions about why do you have that on the wall? And what will happen is you'll find yourself fielding questions about the profitability of a church and a church having to have money to operate. Even though we're in the metaverse, there seems to operate things that we want to do in the metaverse to give back some of the rewards that we get financially. We do want to give back to people in the metaverse, and we have a lot of ideas of how we're going to do that, because Kingdom Life Meta has made a decision that all of the things that are taken in financially in that entity, we will give some of that back to our members in the metaverse, to their respective churches on the ground. So let's just say if your church is having a sock drive or any type of hunger drive, and they need funds to do that drive, when we get to the point where we can afford to do that, and we're almost getting there, we will be able to absolutely send some financial help to people. We have a member in our church right now that's homeless that we're trying to reach out to, and we know that they're homeless. So we don't have to stay strictly to the metaverse. You know, I think that the metaverse church for me is an extension of churches on the ground. And toward the end of off service, if we can remember, because sometimes I do forget, we encourage people to go find a faith-based ground church. I just don't believe that the metaverse is to replace it. Texas Pappins, other pastors have shared with me, you know, when you reach out and you lay hands on someone and you touch them, even though I've seen that work in the metaverse, you know, but I felt that when I was in church. And I just don't know if that there's some things that we're going to be able to replace in the metaverse. But I believe that the metaverse church moving forward is a force to be reckoned with. I believe that the numbers are there. You know, I get people in the church, well, guys, they'll come in and they'll make statements like, you know, I don't go to the church on the ground. I don't like church on the ground. I don't like, they paint this bad picture of church on the ground. And one thing that I have never done is I have not jumped on the side of that, because, you know, God is God. He's the Alpha and Omega. He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. And I know that it's that his perception of that is just only that. It is a perception. And I know that. So, you know, I don't try to take people from, hey, I don't blame you. I wouldn't go out there and do that either. Welcome to the metaverse. This is where you should be. And I understand. Well, bad news. There's church hurt in the metaverse. There's church gossip in the metaverse. All of the things that happen to me in church on the ground, because I do attend Kingdom Life Church in Las Vegas. I name my church after the church that I go to. And let me tell you, the same problems that we have in that church, and we do have them, we have in the metaverse. I mean, it is no different. These avatars are only an extension of human beings. And sometimes I feel like, you know, some people hide behind the anonymity of these avatars, and you know what, sometimes things that don't turn out right. I don't understand it. I am who I am, whether I am an avatar or not. But sometimes I find out in my church, there are people that are hiding behind the anonymity of them. You know, I've had other problems. I'm just sharing them with you as I go. Who do you ask to leave your church when behavior is not proper? I believe that the house of the Lord is sacred, no matter if you're in the metaverse or if you're on the ground. And we let people know that. But we try to paint a picture of what we want. And I can share with you some instances, but I won't because for time. People have came in and they have tried to destroy our services, our replicas, you know, our statue of Jesus Christ. And we had to enact some security measures to make sure that didn't happen again. And we have a neat thing that's a tablet that one person can control, and we can take you out of the service immediately. But a house of God is a sanctuary. And I'm very careful about who we ask to leave. As far as I'm concerned, I don't want anyone to leave, because I truly, really believe that people come there are searching for something. They're searching for something. And I think it would behoove us not to kick them out or even to ask them to leave unless they become disruptive for that person next to you. Because, you know, if you came in, met a mic to get the word of the Lord, you probably wouldn't want someone next to you, you know, getting in the way of you getting that word. So I'm just glad to be here, and I thank God and I praise God for being here. I praise God for the metaverse. I'm just thankful that that He has chosen me to help out with the metaverse in the church. And I'll just leave you guys and ladies with this. We are pioneers. We're like Lewis and Clark. We're threading new ground, and there's things that are going to go well for us, and there are things that are not going to go well for us. So I would say just be aware and thank God, and thank you guys for letting me speak.